G'day everybody, Sam Marwood here from Cultivate Farms, and welcome to episode 59 of Cultivate Farms TV, where we're taking you behind the scenes of everything we're doing to make it possible for you to own a farm. This is our first update since our first farm match with an investor and aspiring farmer went through. Claire and Mark Coates from Freeland Pork have been matched with an investor, which was very exciting. I had a video that put up, and Claire's also put a video up, and a lot of people said, Sam, you're very excited, and I am, I still am, and will be forever, because we've done an amazing thing here. We're doing what we said we would do, is to find opportunities for you to get onto your farm, and Claire and Mark are just the first of thousands that we're going to have a crack at. So please watch that video if you haven't, or the podcast of that, just talking about how it happened, and Claire's update as well. Because it's really, really exciting, and I guess this is why we've been doing these updates, is to build momentum so that opportunities like that can come, and they are coming now. More of them are coming. Lots more updates to give you on things that are happening in the background. But for now, I've got a few bits of gold that I want to download onto you. So if you're going around in a tractor, sit back and enjoy, but focus on your work at the same time. This week, I want to talk about Freeland Pork, our first farm match, working through a farm transition that we are going early next week with a retiring farmer and aspiring farmer. Aspiring farmers and real estate agents, what you need to be doing with real estate agents. We think we save time for investors. In fact, we know it. Paid farm retirement. This is a concept we want to push more of. And 19 farm opportunities sitting around waiting for you to grab them. So let's get cracking. Our membership registration is up to 422 amazing Australians have signed up to be members. Thank you very much. That was 28 more since our last update. So people are still signing up. Our newsletter's going bonkers as well. So please keep signing up, because we're trying to create as much great content as possible. You've probably seen us a lot in your Facebook and Instagram feeds, because we know the power of creating content, and we are deliberately trying to get your attention to get you fired up. So we don't apologise. If you don't like it, you just unsubscribe or unlike, but we're here to pump you up and get you excited. So please do sign up. We really do need you. It helps us build momentum, helps us as well. You can pay for a paid membership. That really does help us, and we can catch up with you to go through your pathway. I think we have a bit of a catch cry around help us to help you find your farm, and that's what it's about. We just need some money in the back end to keep the business going, and that's why we're sort of relying on you aspiring farmers. If you want us to succeed, and we are going to, we need you to back us. So Freeland Pork, our first farm match with an investor, and if you haven't seen the video of me talking about the match at Melbourne Airport, you need to. It's me just on the fly doing an update saying it all has gone through, and that happened about 2 weeks ago with an investor backing them onto the farm, and I'll talk through some of the details of how that has happened and what the details are of the arrangement. And so we're going to be documenting this journey of Claire and Mark building their business Freeland Pork, which they've been running for a little while on leased land. Now they're on their own farm, but we're going to document the journey of them working with the investor and scaling up and everything they're learning, and we're getting Claire and Mark to do videos like this, and I'm being annoying like that, but I want them to document it. You guys need to see this and share in the journey, because it's really inspiring, and we think it's going to help other people to follow their dreams. So please get on there, Freeland Pork, follow them on Facebook and all the Twitters and whatnot. So we spent the last 6 months after the pitching day in Christmas time 2017, Claire and Mark were the top farm, so the investor said, let's do it. So we worked through all the details around how to get them on the farm. So that was confirming the price, getting the real estate to confirm we're going to buy it, the owner's happy, and working with the investor to secure the funding their end. We had a shareholder agreement developed, and we developed a 10-year strategy, which we're a little refining at the moment, and an 18-19 business plan, which documents all the arrangements around reporting and obligations and who can spend money when, etc. We also have 2 entities established, so this is how it's sort of working. The structure is there's a business side of it, and then there's a landowner side of it. So Freeland is the business, and Altera is the land component, and the business pays a lease to the landowners. And at this stage, it's a 50-50 ownership of the business, so the investors invest into the business, and the investor owns 100% of the land. But in 3 years or so, our aim is to be able to save enough so Claire and Mark can own half of the land as well. So it'll be a complete 50-50 split. They'll be earning equity, building equity over time, and then they'll grow from there. So it's a really, really exciting and creative and generous opportunity for Claire and Mark, and that was the model that we kicked around a long time to try and get it right, and we've enacted that. We've got the entities set up and the leases are being paid, and it's going well. What else did we do? And we've been meeting monthly. So Cultivate Farms is sitting as the chair of the board, and we coordinate monthly meetings and run around doing all the details. So things like the business plan. Claire's working and Mark are working on the 18-19 budget, which we'll present at the next board meeting. A marketing plan. We're doing a farm layout plan. Claire quickly talked about the other day around how we can integrate biodiversity alongside farming and a great layout so it's easy to access for the pigs. And also thinking about marketing in terms of getting more pork into restaurants. So they're the sort of support that we're going to provide ongoing. It's the sort of support we'll sort of provide to all our farmers that we match, which we are excited to be involved in doing. So it's great. We'll give you more updates every time we think about Freeland pork and these weekly updates, but make sure you follow them online and just get inspired that you too can be someone who gets backed by an investor. Working through farm matches. So we've got a retiring farmer working with an aspiring farmer now. So we put a call out for one of these farms, and I want to work through the detail of how this is all happening. But we put a call out on our website that we'll talk about in a second as well, where the retiring farmer said, "Yep, I'm willing to back an aspiring farmer," and they filtered the farmers that have applied, and they picked a couple, and those farmers came out onto site and they just talked through the farm and their visions, both their visions for farming. And now the retiring couple have picked the couple that they want to work with. And next week I'm heading out to the farm to sit down with them at their kitchen table and work through options. And we've been discussing offline just ideas around what the transition could look like around vendor equity, lease to buy, different just combinations. And it's not our role to provide financial advice. It's just ideas, and they'll get their lawyers and accountants in. But we're there to kick ideas around with both parties, with the knowing that we're here to try and make sure it's a win-win for both. And that's what I think people are comfortable knowing, is that we're not here to get a particular outcome. It's more we want or follow a particular process, and we want the goal to be a win-win ownership transition model and ownership transition for both parties. So it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome to go out to the farm and just work through some of that detail. I get to understand a bit more about what people want and don't want in these sort of negotiations, and hopefully we'll have a really good news story for this one that, again, can be a bit of a case study for more retiring farmers, that there are awesome aspiring farmers out there who want to love your farm as much as you do and want to take over ownership with you. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that one. Aspiring farmers and local real estate agents. So you as an aspiring farmer need to understand the value of land in your district. You need to know what's overpriced and you need to know what's underpriced, so that you don't waste your time pitching farms that an investor's not going to back. An investor wants to know they're buying land at good value, not at ridiculous value. So you need to be the expert in your region of land prices. And the best way to know that is to have the little black book with all the real estate agents in the district on there, and you constantly getting in touch with them and asking them if there's anything going on in the background, anything for sale right now that you should know about, and start getting your head around the prices that land is going for and the prices that are productive in terms of making money off them. That's the sort of knowledge these investors will want to know when they ask you, hey, I've seen your farm pitch, you're asking for this much for the land, why is it worth that much compared to everything else in the district? And you need to better go, I've spent the last 2 years assessing the land prices for the district. I know it so well. This is a bargain price and we should jump on it right now. So you've got to have that sort of knowledge, and it takes probably months, years to build that up. So I want to encourage you, make sure you do know the land prices for where you want to farm. It's basic knowledge that you should have, and it's quite easy to get through phone calls and hustling and letting these real estate agents know that you are out there, and so they get in touch with you when they see anything. So I encourage you, get to know your local real estate agents. We save time for investors. I guess that's our catch cry now. We know there are investors out there who want to buy into farms, but their issue is they don't have time. They don't have time to pull farmer proposals together and figure out what's going to work. So our offer to us investors is that we have the best in Australia who will pull together investment proposals for you anywhere and be the farmer with you and own the farm with you. All you need to do is tell us where you want to invest and how much you've got to invest, and we'll do the work for you. You'll have proposals in your inbox within months, and from farmers who are very, very dedicated and very clever, very skilled and ready to go. We want to put that out there to any investors in Australia. if you are after a farm, please come to talk to us first. We've got some really creative ways of getting those farms to you when we know that this is the sort of opportunity next generation farmers, even current generation farmers want, is that they want to know there are investors out there. All we need to know is your requirements and we can match them. So if you're a high net worth individual, if you're a retired farmer sitting on cash, sitting in a local community, wanting to back someone in your local community, if you're a mum and dad investor with a few thousand, if you're someone with maybe a self-managed super, all these opportunities, anyone with that sort of money, there are opportunities available to you for us to go do the grunt work to find these farms so you can go and invest in something you want without having to put all that work in. That's our offer. So please get in touch if you want to invest into farms. Paid farm retirement. We love this concept, and we know people don't like the word retirement, but we can't think of a simpler word that gets the message across so well other than stepping back. So this is a call out to retirement age farmers that if you are thinking about stepping back, we have the solution. We have the very best people in Australia who will farm with you so you can go and retire and get paid to retire with a business model where you can transition ownership, where you get the income coming to you as well as to the aspiring farmer. You both see the farm go where you both want it to go in terms of vision, and at the same time you don't have to get up early in the morning anymore and run around and do all the crazy jobs that you normally have to do. You can back the best onto your farm, and that's the call we want to put out to retirement age farmers. If you're looking at stepping back over the next year, 10 years, however long it is, start thinking about whether you'd hand it on to kids that aren't your own, to people who are very clever. And that's our job, is to filter the very best on your best farm transition opportunity. All right, last thing is 19 farms available to you right now across Australia for you to own. And there's retirement farmers who are retiring who want to work with you to transition their farm. Get on the website, check them out. They're all over Australia. I think every state except for South Australia. Come on, South Australia. Please get on there and have a look. We want to get you onto your farm. And these ownership opportunities are amazing. Guys, let's get you farming.